Chille DeCastro licks the boot for justice? Tells fans to cooperate with police again? Regan Benson goes all in on unhappiness with a return to Denver and the meeting she was arrested at last year. Plus, we look at the market with more proof that DeCastro isn't lying about his declining performance now that he's past 50. No little blue pill can cure this lack of action. All that and more on this edition of Auditing Insanity. Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of the Auditing Insanity Newscast brought to you by ReallyCoolNews. I'm Jim Finch and I'm going to be your host for three big stories tonight on Chille DeCastro, Regan Benson, and a look at the GoFundMe market. We've got big things to talk about as we ask you to focus on market flat for 9/11 Remembrance Day. There are no gains for the market on Wednesday with the observance of the 9/11 holiday taking the wind out of the market, giving investors a chance to reset and rethink while some hard truths are delivered as Chille DeCastro and others receive bad news from Social Blade. DeCastro, who celebrated his birthday with a surprise livestream on Wednesday night, has suffered an 81.5% decline in new subscribers for the past 30 days and a 66.2% decline in video views for the same period. Happy birthday! For once, he gets credit for not lying about his figures, as it seems that the people who were, allegedly, artificially inflating his numbers, as his interaction rate is crap compared to literally every other creator we follow, seem to have stopped. His channel, while still gaining subscribers and stands at 619,000 subscribers to 307 million video views, seems to be slowing down as the steep decline in interest is noticeable. In relation to other big names that we follow and declines attributed to the end of summer and children returning to school, there's no reason for it other to guess that it's either a lack of bots or paid viewership, as his content hasn't changed to justify the huge declines. Bizarrely, YouTuber DirectD, who recently changed format to encourage a spilling tea format and attacking his fellow auditors, also has seen huge declines, with a 60% new subscriber drop and a 72.5% drop in video views for the last 30 days. His 301,000 subscribers and 87 million video views are enough to keep his channel afloat, but makes one question if the recent format change wasn't due to a sudden need to attack his competitors, but a need to turn to controversy to shore up his sagging presence on YouTube. Another YouTuber who has recently changed formats, allegedly abandoning her homeless outreach program, Regan Benson, is also seeing huge decline. Her new subscriber growth is flat, but she's down 53.5% in video views for the last 30 days. This one has a standard reason for the losses. She stopped regularly putting out content. She's retooling and relying on Christopher Denver Metro Audit's Cordova to produce her work. With the loss of the Inglewood City Council meeting and the loss of homeless outreach, her viewers are being starved of the reason for why they're coming to the channel. Turning to the industry standard bearer, Long Island Audit, his channel is also down, with a 22.2% drop in new subscribers and a 15.9% drop in video views in the last 30 days. We'd previously say this was a severe drop, but it's literally easily attributable to seasonal changes. He's doing what he's always doing and shouldn't be too concerned about the losses. Finally, as predicted, we're about to hit steep declines with a 10.7% drop in new subscribers and a 28.9% drop in video views for the last 30 days. This one is simple. We provide simple but boring content, and we went a few weeks of the month without our biggest draws, the nightly watch parties in vertical format. Hate it if you have to, but YouTube has deemed that you must submit if you want to receive promotion, and we'll be doing our token broadcast almost every day to keep up with the algorithm. On that note, as we dress for dinner of stray pelicans and shuggies, we'll be remiss if we don't remind you that you can continue to force the dread writer Jim Finch to keep writing this dreadful column each day by contributing to the GoFundMe run by this very channel. All proceeds go to keeping the lights on, eating, and writing new stories to feature here and on ReallyCoolSite.org. Benson returns to Denver cab meeting. A year after being arrested at her previous appearance at the Denver Commander Advisory Board meeting, Regan Benson was joined by Christopher Denver Metro Audits Cordova as she live-streamed from the meeting in the city. Benson started the live stream by recounting her previous visit to the cab meeting, claiming that Sergeant Brian O'Neill of Denver's District 3 conspired to falsify an arrest warrant for the basis of her arrest at the meeting. Benson was greeted by District Commander Joel Bell of District 3, who she engaged with about an incident in July where she claims that two officers removed a suspect from a scene where she was recording and took the suspect to another location. The YouTuber followed the police officers to the second location, where they again did not engage with Benson, stating in their reports that they did not feel safe with Benson engaging with them. Benson filed a complaint and agreed to mediation, with the stipulation that Bell attend the mediation. Bell indicated at the Wednesday brief meeting that he felt his participation in the mediation session would not be required, so he would not be attending the meeting with the two officers. This enraged Benson, who said she was holding on to the previous video recording of the altercation to give the police a benefit of the doubt. She said she would not attend the mediation session, and she would be releasing her edited video of the encounter with the officers to her YouTube account. While he was not on the scene, Benson blamed the decision by Bell on Sergeant O'Neill, commenting that his leadership had taken District 3 to substandard levels of professionalism. Cordova later interjected that he recently found a do not record sign at the District 3 station after the no recording in public areas of police station policies had been changed in February. He said he gleefully recorded as he pointed out the sign and recorded the shameful O'Neill removing that sign. Benson and Cordova ended the stream by mocking a woman who complained that she was on hold with Denver's 911 system for more than 15 minutes, and showing that they both have learned how to say "F the police" in sign language. DeCastro licks the boot of justice again. Jose Chille DeCastro spent his 50th birthday live streaming to his fans, screaming about police and being triggered by police treatment of Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill during his arrest on Sunday. DeCastro, wearing a baseball cap to hide his receding hairline and supposedly filtering his face to cover up his advancing age, attacked the local media reports as state-run media and singled out both female police officers and a female Florida state representative with sexist and abusive comments based on their gender during his 2-hour-long tirade. Initially triggered by the arrest of Hill, DeCastro used his fury to promote his line of products that includes his 5A cop cards, indestructible trifolds, friendship bracelets, posters, and keychains. He did not update the status of his TeamDLZ.com, but promised that he was working on his Constitutional Law Scholar board game, which he expects to be out by Christmas. Turning his attention to YouTuber Wanda Meese, DeCastro played a video of a conversation he had with Meese's wife, Wanda. According to the court records, Meese, real name Robert Lee Mills Jr., was arrested on Tuesday for a warrant for failing to appear at a hearing on September 9, 2024. The long and convoluted story began with a traffic stop on March 25, 2024, with a stop of Mills for having a headlight out and no proof of insurance. This case was scheduled for trial on June 26th. A first-class mail notice sent to Mills was returned as return to sender, and the hearing was held where he was found guilty in absentia. A second hearing was scheduled for Mills to pay his fines on June 24, 2024. Mills refused to pay the fines and picked up a disorderly conduct charge for his behavior in the courtroom. The fines were then sent to a collection agency. The disorderly conduct charges resulted in an arrest warrant being issued for Mills on July 8th, with Mills being picked up and bonded out on July 11th. An initial hearing was held on July 26, 2024, with a bench trial scheduled for September 26th. That bench trial was moved up to September 9th, with an email sent to Mills and the court calling his number on file to inform him on the changes on September 4th, 2024, with no answer received on the line. Mills failed to show for his bench trial. An arrest warrant was issued, and he was picked up on September 10th and released on his own recognizance later that day, with the next hearing set for today. DeCastro explained that Mills should have followed his current instructions for interacting with police, claiming that he now treats police with respect to their faces as a way to game the system. He further explained that if you are kind and courteous on body cam footage, then there's less animosity towards you when a judge views the footage, giving you a leg up in court. He abided for his fans to play along with police at the scene, be nice and respectful to them, go along with their commands, and to invoke their Fifth Amendment rights and stick to it, leaving any arguments about procedures to the courtroom. Finally, he asked his audience to buy his merchandise as a birthday gift to him, wrapping up his 50th birthday stream with warm regards to all his viewers around the world. And we're back. We're getting a rare night to relax tonight as we've planned a movie night and we catch up with some rendering work over the next couple of days. We are having some fun with what's going on for the first time in a long time, so watch as any minute everything comes crashing down on us. Oh well, dust ourselves off and do it again. Not like it'll be the first time. On that note, have a lovely evening and remember, the strife you cause may be your own.